All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Rob here, and today is a big day. It's been a big day. We just covered the first 3 episodes of The Wheel of Time late last night. And we segue from one beloved franchise to another beloved franchise that couldn't be more different but equally beloved. And it goes to show you what you can do when you actually adapt something correctly by giving people what they want, which is the source material, honoring the source material, putting the source material out there, and then adding to it. Not taking away necessarily, it's but adding to the things, expanding on it. This to me is how you adapt a franchise pretty much perfectly. We're talking about Cowboy Bebop, my favorite anime series of all time that has been changed into a live-action TV series starring John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda. And I couldn't be happier with the results of this. I mean, I guess I could be happier. There's probably another level above really, really ecstatic. But I loved the premiere episode of this show. So welcome everybody to session 1, Cowboy Gospel. It's Cowboy Bebop. So let's get ready to 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. So if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please become a subscriber. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the conversation. If you're returning, of course, as always, welcome back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I am I am so super, super excited about this. I was excited for a long, I was actually really apprehensive. All right. I bought this shirt. All right. You can get this everywhere, guys. This shirt. I bought this shirt years ago. I've loved Cowboy Bebop for a really long time, but but I love so many things that I don't, express it in different ways. But this, I'm not the biggest anime fan, but I know what I like, and I like Cowboy Bebop. And when I first heard about this series being adapted, I was not sure. I wasn't. And since it'd been, for me, I pay attention to a lot of different things. This kind of went on the back burner for a while. And then they finally released the trailer, like a little teaser trailer that kind of looked like the old intro. And I was like, okay. Some people that I talked to were like, I don't know about John Cho being Spike. And I'm like, I think he can surprise us. I really do. He's not just Harold. He's not just Sulu. And with the right kind of editing and stunt work and putting this guy in, getting this guy in shape, which it looks like he did, you can do a lot of great things. And they do it here. They really do it here. And I'm going to try really hard to keep focused because I am just gushing. I am freaking gushing with love for what I just saw in this first episode. Especially coming off of having to talk last night about how something got changed. So much got changed in what I watched last night. Then to see something adapted so well. And I was, again, like I said, I was on the fence once I saw trailer number 2. Because I don't watch trailers, you guys, really. I really don't. Because they reveal too much. But this was too important to not watch a trailer for. And when I saw the official trailer for this, I got hair standing up on end every time I watched it. Cause I would get the hair on my arm would stand up. I would show it to people at work that also like Cowboy Bebop, and even they were excited. Everybody's arm hair, okay? For some reason, we were all getting goosebumps. Now, there was still a chance that I was going to turn this on today and be like, oh, wah, wah. Everything you liked was in the trailer. That couldn't be further from the truth. Now, there's probably a few people out there who didn't like this for some reason or another. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Give me some real valid criticism of this if you didn't like this. Don't just tell me some BS. I can read through the BS and the legitimate, criticisms of this. You might hold this in such high regard that if it isn't a frame by frame reconstruction or a completely original thing, if you hated the fact that they were adapting some of the original episodes, tell me in a way that doesn't make it sound like a you know what I'm getting at. Right off the bat. Okay, right off the bat. The first scene, it it felt like I was watching the show. It felt like I was watching the original anime. And you want to know what it was that made me think that? Like while I was watching this first scene that's in the casino, it was when they would cut to the elevator bell going a floor down. And for some reason, I could just picture the anime cutting to that. And I know that sounds small and weird, but it just really, I went, they would do that. It was something about the pacing of it and like the setting up of what's about to happen that I really just got even more excited. And that first action scene is really good. And guess what? Yes, if you do some careful editing and get good stunt work and you get John Cho involved as much as possible with the work that's being done in those action scenes, it looks great. Plus, John Cho really, to me, does do a good job as Spike Spiegel. The way he delivers his lines, the way in that cadence that's kind of like Spike's, I really, really liked it. Mustafa Shakir, who was also on Luke Cage, I thought him as Jet was so great. It's just seeing these two beloved... I mean, because it's like 23 years, right? Like about 23 years since this came out, the original anime. And it's like he just stepped out of the anime. Just, they did it so good. And then right off the bat, the intro. The intro is just, again, they live actioned the actual intro. They kept it all in. They didn't change it. It's the original song. It's one of my favorite all-time theme songs to any television show because most things don't have theme songs anymore or music at least to any of them. And they just cut right to the show because we got to cut to the chase. No. And I will never skip the intro of Cowboy Bebop if they give me the option. I will not. If I accidentally press skip the intro, we're starting over again because you have to have the intro. Now also, these episodes are, I think there's only one episode, I think it's episode 2 that's like 37 minutes long, and I think the bulk of these 10 episodes are like an hour. Now the original anime is only about 20-ish minutes. And my only complaint, and this is like not really a complaint because I love every episode of Cowboy Bebop. I just wanted more. Whenever I watch an episode, I'd be like, no, 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 no. You can keep going. I'm sure you can just keep going and add more stuff, like expand it. And that's what they do. We get the original first session of Cowboy Bebop in here, where it's Asimov and Katarina and the Red Eye and the bar that I swear is from the same bar from Desperado. And they recreated that too. In the original anime, Asimov and Katarina go to make a deal in a bar for Red Eye. And that bar in the anime, the first time I saw it, I was like, that's the bar from Desperado with Antonio Banderas. And guess what? Asimov kind of bears a striking resemblance to a man named Antonio Banderas from that movie with the long hair and the black shirt and the white t-shirt underneath. So they did that in the anime, and then they recreated the same bar for this episode. I loved it. I loved it so much. And when I realized that they were recreating the first session, I was so happy because they even did the first person view. They were able to capture all of it, the tone of this world in this very first episode. If this show continues to do that, which why I have no reason to doubt that they won't just continue to do exactly that and maybe give us storylines that we've never saw. but again, expanding. So we don't just get the Asimov Katarina story. We get the more the right up front, talking about the backstory of Spike and who he used to be, and what really what his past is like. We get the stuff with Jet and his daughter. We get Daniela Pineda as Faye Valentine, who I love her in the show, the original, and I love her in this. I love her. I love her. This is like a freaking love fest, everybody. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I requested a day off today just to do these reviews for this show. I worked an extra day, a day that I don't usually work just so I could do this. So pardon my enthusiasm. But when I watch this, right, I see where the money is spent. It feels like they spent money. It looks like they spent money. It doesn't. Everything looks great in this, sounds great in this. And again, I don't want to throw shade on what I watched last night. But that show has a ton of money thrown at it. And there were times when I was like, wow, that could look a lot better. And I don't mean cinematography, but there was just things that was like, wow, for the amount of money you're throwing at this, it could look a lot better. There was nothing like that in this. When you're mixing the practical effects with the background effects that they can do, like with, shows like The Mandalorian and the way that Marvel is doing things with the way that they can film things now, you got shows like Cowboy Bebop that can jump on that way of doing things and make it look like you're there, ultra realistic, and have none of it be real and look totally legitimate. This also did kind of feel like a Robert Rodriguez project. I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody said that the director of this was Robert Rodriguez. But I think, again, because I think this show takes influences from things that weren't even that old at the time that this came out. It just... chef's kiss. Chef's freaking kiss, everybody. You even get, the Swordfish 2 looks great. And at the end of this, you get to see the Vicious character. You get to see the whole thing with the fake pregnancy. You get to see Spike and what he's really about. Yeah, he loves noodles and he wants money and they want to be able to pay the bills and get rich. But there's also that heart of Spike that he has, and it's constantly being broken. Because in this episode, we start to see that background of, like, she asks him, "You've never been in love?" And he's like, I had, but I was dreaming. And we get to see, like, from that scene about everybody thinking he's dead, that he was in love with this woman and he got killed, or they thought he was killed in this instance, and now he's living another life. And those moments are influencing him here in this episode with Katarina, and seeing how, he's trying to help her get out. But that some people won't be helped, can't be helped. And no matter how hard you try to fight for someone, if they don't want it, you're going to have to watch them fall. And seeing him, like, just that kind of defeated look. And I don't want to keep going. I want to stop now before I start running around in circles. But if you are enjoying this space western film noir anime epic as much as I am, please leave it in the comments section, because I want to get to watching the next episode so I can get to talking about it with you all as soon as I possibly can. So if you liked this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, and the bell for all notifications. We're going to be diving into more stuff. We might even be talking about stuff that I missed here if I all of a sudden go, oh god, I forgot to talk about this. So expect more stuff, more talking. So see you later, Space Cowboys, and we'll see you on the next Cowboy Bebop review. Bye.